Across Louisiana and Mississippi, residents watched through the night and early morning hours of August 29th to see what the next information update would bring. Segarra explained, "I got up at 4 a.m. I looked at the latest update on the Hurricane Center. I could see the hurricane taking a retrograde turn towards the east. I knew this was not good. Looked like it was going to come in just east of New Orleans. I was thinking it was going to be worse, but we'd still be okay. I went out. The wind was kicking up. The water was now across the road, but not even coming to the driveway. You could see in the distance, but you couldn't really focus too well because it was very dark. The wind was blowing spray off the ocean. It was sort of this amorphous black-gray mass. You couldn't see exactly. We have a Hobie cat. It's a very small catamaran sailboat. I untied it and dragged it further up to a tree that was closer to the house. I did the same with our kayaks. Then I actually went back to bed." Finally, in the early hours of Monday morning, August 29th, Hurricane Katrina slammed into the little town of Buras Triumph, Louisiana. The hurricane moved slowly through the area, battering the coastal town with 125 to 150 mile-per-hour winds, and after passing through Buras Triumph, the storm moved along the Louisiana coast, hitting St. Bernard and St. Tammany parishes before arriving in New Orleans. Once there, the hurricane's combination of wind and rain sent water up the sides of the levee along the infamous Industrial Canal, the city's only line of defense against the elements. Alice Jackson witnessed firsthand the power of wind and rain. "All night I'd been watching a giant pine tree in a neighbor's yard. It had been bending mightily, but had stayed rooted. Suddenly, I heard a deafening crack and I yelled, 'Run!' Seconds later, the tree smashed through the house. We had escaped to the master bedroom closet in the center of the house. My sister-in-law hauled a mattress off the bed and leaned it on top of my mother and my niece. Then we noticed that the walls were heaving, so we raced around the house, opening windows to relieve the pressure buildup. Looking outside, we watched in horror as the house behind us turned into what looked like a living, breathing monster. The roof would lift, the house would expand, and then the roof would fall. Finally, the house exploded."
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.